Bungie has either royally messed up or the community is overreacting. In today's video, we're going to discuss a hidden message, a hidden disclaimer that Bungie put in the Final Shape showcase. This message was so sneaky and so small that almost no one saw it, and its implications will either make you upset at Bungie or indifferent. A few months ago, we received the Final Shape showcase. This is the showcase that is meant to hype you and excite you for the Final Shape's arrival. It's up to Bungie to put in everything they possibly can to get the core of the Destiny player base interested in the game, and it was in that Final Shape that they showed us the return of the following exotics: Dragon's Breath, the Kvostov, and the Red Death. Now, showcasing these for the arrival of the Final Shape will obviously tap into that nostalgia that the Destiny players love so much. A lot of you out there watching this video love to boast how you've been playing this game for so many years, and rightly so. I mean, this is a franchise that's been going on for a while. I love the fact that I've been playing the game for a long time. It's fun to consider yourself an OG. Shout out to everyone out there watching that's a D1 Alpha veteran. And so Bungie showing these three exotics was definitely an attempt to tap into that to get you interested in the Final Shape. Because remember, this video is the Final Shape showcase, but what they did that was extremely sneaky that now has the community upset is that for just a brief moment when they demonstrated the Dragon's Breath exotic rocket launcher, they put this text right here over the screen, extremely small and transparent, which reads, "Exotic weapons shown coming in future seasons and the Final Shape." You see, that key phrasing being put there is very important because that basically serves as Bungie's get out of jail free card when the community finds and discovers that the Dragon's Breath is actually meant to arrive before the Final Shape, and potentially the Kvostov and the Red Death. But at the very least, we have been confirmed from this week's TWAB that the Dragon's Breath will be returning. And while players are of course excited to get their hands on the Dragon's Breath, some of you maybe not so much because you don't want the recycled content, but I think that's not as much a fair criticism considering it's being completely reworked. It's going to function basically as a completely different rocket than it ever was. And if I'm being honest, that was over 6 years ago that we got to use the Dragon's Breath. So honestly, enough time has passed now that it feels kind of like a new weapon to me. But that really isn't the issue. The issue is using seasonal promotional content to hype up the Final Shape, which basically makes the Final Shape look bad. If you can't scour through gameplay or information and find some really exciting things to hype up the Final Shape, and you instead have to plug in seasonal content from the Lightfall calendar year in order to hype up the Final Shape, that's just not a good look, Bungie. And that's why a lot of people are upset. A lot of people right now are claiming that Bungie messed up horribly with this one. They shouldn't have used Lightfall seasonal promotion to hype up the Final Shape in its showcase. But that's where I want your opinion on this one. Do you think that Bungie was wrong for doing this? Do you think that this puts a damper on the Final Shape, which is obviously meant to be a huge success, especially during the recent news that Bungie was 45% down in their revenue, meaning that they need this to be a big success? Or do you feel like that tiny little text at the top of the screen saves Bungie, or that this is really just a non-issue overall? Being completely honest, I don't have an opinion on the matter. Of course, if I had to pick, I would not want Lightfall promotion being used to hype up the Final Shape, but I don't feel like this directly diminishes the quality of the Final Shape. It's more just a blunder than anything. But let me know if you agree or disagree down in the comments below. Do you think Bungie royally messed up with this one? Or do you think that the community is just overreacting a little bit? And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click on the screen here to watch another one from this channel. Smash the like button and subscribe. And if you're feeling thirsty out there, make sure to use code LUCKY10P to save some money on G Fuel. Also, make sure you're following me on Twitch and Kick. I go live all the time playing Destiny 2. Lastly, make sure you're following me on X, Instagram, and TikTok, where I deliver Destiny 2 news to you daily. I appreciate all the followers out there.